The old toms are moving around awful well. It's their time of year. And the bucks, they're growing their antlers back as fast as they lost them. Now here's something I've never shown you before. I'm going to show you the ridges of as the ridge turns. This is where all them little animals run around. And this truly is the foothills of the Smoky for you that thought I was lying to you. But right there they are. But anyway, things are growing up awful well, really turning green. It's some kind of little old winter, and I don't really know what it is, but everything is so beautiful on this old drizzly, cool day. But here at the pond, the blackberries are bloomed out. Now it may be blackberry winter, but it's awful early. But they blooming out awful well. So I want you to relax, enjoy yourself. Now let's see what our little friends has been up to this week, who stepped in front of the camera. So let's get at it. Well, the turkey are moving around awful well on the ridge. There's a big tom moseying around. And there's old Yeller coming down the ridge behind you. But these old toms, they just picking around. You see them anywhere. All up and down this ridge. They're moving around pretty good, but I haven't heard none yelping. And there's a thrush, beautiful thrush, songbird of the wood. And there's old Dirty Dan up on the ridge. Wonder what he's up to. And there's old Yeller up on the ridge too. He's doing some hunting. He seems to be doing awful well. And the deer, they love all these sprouts. Everything's growing. You liable to see them anywhere. Whole herd. And here you can see that the bucks are growing them antlers back quick. It won't take them long, they'll be back up there. They seem to be doing awful well. And there's old Dirty Dan heading back to the house. There's a little old thrush. They're back, and they're beautiful sound to take. And there's little old Chucky taking something back to his den. He's working hard. There's the old turkey there below the motel. A hen. And up the rock during the day, there's old Dirty Dan out fooling around, checking things out. And he gets occasional visitor. There's a little young buck checking things out. There's little Chucky the chipmunk. He's always around this rock. And old Ricky the squirrel. He loves that little perch there. And back at the pond, squirrel enjoying the pond himself, he better watch out for them hawks. Now, you'll see I'm pulling up the weeds here. I have to pull them. I need to bring something to cut them. You'll see why here when it gets dark. But anyway, the old turkey, they come and go to this pond. Well, come nighttime, there comes the coons off the den trees. They're in a hurry tonight. Moving on through. Coming and a-going across this ridge. Catching bugs there. But they seem nervous. He's watching for something. He's just coming on through, making his round. That's a little Rocky too there. Let's see who that is. That's old Willie. Old Silly Willie making his rounds. And there's old Spike, scrounging around. He comes and goes all the time, ready for action. There's little old field mice. Where's old Yaller when you need him? There's his dinner right there. Now there's old One-Eyed Jack, out making his round. And there's old Willie, out below the motel. And there's Rocky too. He's out scrounging too. But here's what you gotta watch out for. Old Mr. Coyote there. He don't have no mercy on these animals. But old Spike's ready for him. He'll put his eyes out for him. And there's old Snowball out in the woods. One week you see him, one week you don't. And there's old Spike, making his rounds through the front of a camera. And up on the ridge, there's old Silly Willie, wobbling through. Now this next one here, this poor old thing is having a hard time. It's broke down in the back end or something. Bless its heart. Mr. and Mrs. Rocky out making a round. And there's old Rocky too. He seems awful nervous. But I guess he is nervous. Stuff like this. Here's a coyote sitting down right in front of the camera. Well, he's going to scratch himself. Them things, you got to watch out for these little animals. Got to watch them. Back at the rock, there was Rocky. And there's old Willie. I guess he don't like all these coyotes out either. So they all heading back to the Rock Motel. Hide out for a while. And back at the pond, it's check-in time for the coons. They smell something. They know there's a coyote at the pond, and they're watching out for him. But he moves on. And it's back to business as usual. Back at the pond buffet. And you can see why I had to trim them weeds. I'm going to have to trim them down. You can't see nothing. But it don't bother these coons. They love this place. So, next week you'll see them. There won't be no weeds. I'll cut them down. But come daylight up on the ridge, the deer's out moving around. Of course, they've been foraging all night long. Up on the ridge trails. Peaceful time. And down here's the turkeys off the roost. There's an old Tom again, moving through. And he's a big old Tom, too. Pretty thing. But it's time for the squirrels. The precious squirrels. They got their own business. Squirrel business. Still looking to them for that elusive nut. And everything else that's watching out for them. But they go about their business all day long. Comical. Gotta watch out for them hawks, though. They are so precious. Well, I hope you enjoyed this one. This is just what stepped in front of the cameras. Now, I haven't seen the foxes. I don't know what's going on with them. They may be attending their young or moved on. Time will tell. So I want to thank you for watching. God bless, and I'll see you next time.